Tonight, a baby found inside a shopping bag brings the nation to its knees and stirs up an outpouring of love and compassion. Calls for authorities to treat the matter of an abandoned baby as a social and not a criminal matter. And the government announces the details of reopening the country in a national consultation. The details of these stories and more are coming up.
This is the Hot 7 Nightly News with Lovelace and Amy Joseph.
Good night. It is Friday, the 15th of May, 2020. Welcome to the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. We're on Flow, channel 117. The broadcast is also being simulcast on Kiss FM, our Caribbean Hot FM mobile app, and our Facebook page. I'm Lovely St. Amy Joseph. Thank you for joining us. Videos surfaced on the morning of Friday, the 15th of May, of a baby found in a shopping bag near a bin at Wapatat Castries. Hot 7 TV spoke to the individual who discovered the baby about the events that transpired, and we also spoke with elders from the community on the incident. The entire community was shocked at the discovery. Genevieve Gonzaga reports.
Friday, May 15th began with disheartening news. A newborn baby was found in the bin right behind me in the Wapatat area. Hot 7 spoke with a resident from the area who found the baby in the bin. Though he wished to comment off camera, the resident says what transpired the morning of May 15th was traumatic.
When I went to see what was going on, I realized that there was a child in a massive bag with blood and cord hanging out. So what I did, I rushed to get a clean towel, wrap the child up, because the child was cool, and then I called the ambulance and the police to come up on the scene.
He lamented that upon his own investigation, the mother of the baby could not possibly be from the area.
Well, I did my own investigation. Sorry to say that I'm not no police officer, but for now they have nobody pregnant around this area in that constituency from Wapatat or Lam City. We like to clear that the child is not from around here, and we like to know the mother. If you live in somewhere else, why you don't drop the child by your home? Why is here?
An elder of the Wapatat community, Marie Clement, says the young woman should not be shamed as no one knows her circumstances.
C'est very mauvais, mais derrière le catchile, c'est pas fort li. Parce que tu as tué et mis de l'autre côté, il geste là by mon boy. Ça me ça dit. Tout ce ça moni là, m'a sorti moi bien. Mais mon là qui fait ça, il va te ça chenti maman là. M'a pour qui raison? Ou pas ça by tort. Et pas fort li. Ne pas ça tomber dans le dos. Pas ça tomber dans le dos, yes.
Another resident, known as Yaya, says the young lady should have explored other options before abandoning her baby.
Moi, je suis protégée. Moi, je passe à piste, je passe à mancheter. Moi, je fais 8 avec moi lever 5 qui se passent. Ils sont pas ça occupé de maman là, mais pour moi-même, il peut être 9 mois et bien 6 mois.
The baby was transported to the OKEU hospital, where tests are being conducted to ensure his health and safety. Officials noted that he appears to be healthy and is indeed a chunky baby boy. Donations have been pouring in for the baby's upkeep while at hospital. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Genevieve Gonzaga.
The Department of Human Services issued this statement on the discovery of the baby boy.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Beverly Ann Poyot, Director, Division of Human Services. I am sure that many of you have seen the video of the baby who was found abandoned at Mondador Castries today, Friday, May 15th, 2020. While this is a tragic situation, it brings to the fore some issues which I would like to highlight. The mother. In order for a mother to abandon her child in this manner, there must have been extenuating circumstances of which we are unaware at this time. The division, along with the police, the Vulnerable Persons Team, and the Criminal Investigations Department, are in the process of investigating in order to try to determine who the mother is. Having said so, We would like to first encourage Mommy to come to us at the division, and I'm going to speak directly to her at this point. We know that this could not have been an easy decision for you to make. We are aware that at this point you must feel very sad, alone, and scared, and we would like to assist you in getting the proper help which is needed. Help such as medical, psychosocial, and help in other areas that you may require. To the general public, it is very easy for us to ask, how can someone who has carried a child for 9 months do such a thing? Name calling, belittling, getting angry at the person does not help the situation. Circumstances such as depression, postpartum, other mental health issues, financial situation, lack of family support or even support from the baby's father, and lack of support from other friends. And even now, as we are going through this COVID-19 pandemic, the fear of going to hospital could have contributed to such a decision. At this time, we need to be empathetic and not judgmental. We would also like to encourage any family or friends who may have known someone who was pregnant and have not seen the baby to come into the division, ask to speak to me, Miss Poyot, to report this matter, or you may go to the Central Police Station. The child. I would like to report that the baby boy has been taken to the OKEU hospital and is doing well. He has been assessed, and our reports from the hospital indicate that he is resting. The Division of Human Services. I would like to first express gratitude to the number of persons who have called to offer assistance to the division at this time and who have also expressed an interest in taking care of or adopting this baby boy. Anyone who would like to donate can do so by dropping off items at the division, which is located at the corner of Chisel and High Streets in Castries. We would be grateful for items such as baby formula, Pampers, wipes, and baby clothes. There is also a process by which persons are placed on a list to become pre-adoptive parents. There is an assessment which has to be undertaken and includes psychosocial and psychological assessments, medicals, a home study report, and references. Once these have been completed, the individual or individuals would qualify and they will be placed on a list. And as children become available for adoption, they will be contacted. So at this point, I would like to encourage all of the persons who have called. Some of you, I already have your numbers. You will be contacted, and others who may be interested to come to the division so we can start this process. So I would like to encourage everyone to contact myself at 741801 or Mrs. Genevieve Centergarth at 468-5363. And this process applies to both persons locally and persons living overseas. Once again, I would like to say thank you to everyone who has showed an interest in this baby and to encourage mommy or family to come forward so that we can also provide the necessary help that is required. Thank you very much.
That statement from the head of the Human Services Department. Outspoken activist Catherine Seelys has made a case for the matter of the abandoned baby to be treated as a social matter and not a criminal one. She says the mother of the baby, abandoned in a shopping bag, once identified by the Department of Human Services, needs assistance from relevant authorities and not punishment. President of Raise Your Voice St. Lucia, Catherine Seelys, is in the trenches dealing with the manifestation of social issues on almost a daily basis. She has witnessed more than her fair share of horror stories and is unflinching in her advocacy for marginalized women. She is again clamoring for support for a mother who, in the eyes of society, committed an unspeakable act of abandoning her baby. Seelys says while the matter is very unsettling for everyone, it is not a cut and dry matter, but rather has many layers that need to be peeled back. Most important, she says, is the need for social agencies to step in, identify, and provide support to the mother.
We appeal and we hope that this matter is not being treated as a criminal matter and that it be looked at from a social standpoint, because right this minute we have a lot of people who was already on the margins of society, living from mill to mill, and then we have this virus that has caused so many social problems in this country. We also have not got as a country and as a government provided any support for marginalized people. So people are on the fringes and a lot is happening.
Seelys was candid with her statements and indicated that state agencies are often not an option for many, given the approach to dealing with marginalized women.
Social services agencies does not support marginalized people. There is a lot of victimization, victim blaming, and discrimination when it comes to providing services and support to marginalized women. And places like the Department of Human Services is very hostile. The family court is very hostile. So people are very reluctant to go and get services because they go and get services and they get blamed for everything. They get their children taken away from them. They get being treated as criminals. Sometimes if they take their children and put them in the homes, they prevent them from seeing their children. So women are between a rock and a hard place. And then this is the reason why we see the things we see in there. And this situation has gotten worse over the last few months for obvious reasons.
Seelys has further called for privacy and sensitivity in this matter. She is against public identification of the baby boy and asks for people to stay clear of the rumor mill when it comes to attempts to identify the birth mother. Now, there has been so much speculation about what possibly could have led to that mother abandoning her baby. A local psychiatrist is urging members of the public not to rush to judgment. He sat down with Hot 7 TV's Shaka Wooding.
Speculation continues to stir as members of the public cast their judgment to the biological mother of a baby who was found abandoned. However, local psychiatrist Dr. Julius Gilliard says the issue is not as black and white as it seems. The doctor questions at what point was it disclosed who had placed the infant at the point of discovery, and why is the public so quick to cast judgment to a mother in unknown circumstances. He says there is simply not enough factual information available to deem fair judgment.
After the police have completed the investigations, then we can start to speak about what the mother was, what duress, if she was under any, what situation may have caused that baby to be there. We don't know if it is the father who took the baby and threw away the baby. We don't know if it's one of the lady's parents. We don't know where the baby was born. So we really and truly don't have much information apart from the fact that a baby was found.
Dr. Gilliard says more often than not, such rash decisions are made when the consequences of short-term actions come in the form of long-term responsibilities. He says much like in the case of drunken driving, drug indulgence, and criminal action, persons often do not anticipate the long-term results of their actions and struggle to deal with these realizations.
We have no idea what the young lady or father of that baby or parents of that baby's mother went through. So, like I said, I'm pretty sure it is the result of short-term action and not realizing that that short-term action has a long-term consequence. It could be the mother slept with somebody and got pregnant, or it could be the mother was raped. We don't know, so it is somebody's short-term action which led to that long-term consequence.
Gilyard urged members of the public to cease the spread of propaganda surrounding this situation. He says if indeed there is a mother out there whose mental state has led to this decision, the negative reaction of members of the public may lead to further distress. Jacques Wooding, Hot 7 News.
Since the discovery of the abandoned baby, many people have been eager to offer advice to women who are faced with situations of unwanted pregnancy or mental health issues during or after pregnancy.
Videos have surfaced on social media of a baby found in a bin at Bopatat on Friday morning. St. Lucians are in outrage and they have expressed their views. Here's what a few of them had to say.
Well, about the baby they say they found in the bin, I just want to say to St. Lucian, we just need to pray for her. We do not know the circumstances. We see so many people are judging her. She should not do it, but you don't know the state of mind she was in when she do it.
Now, what I would say is, most times before we do things, we have to think of God. Is God pleased with what we do or what we think? And we must make God the center of everything. Before you do anything, ask God, question God, and just refer to God.
Something I cannot understand, if you already take your time to carry the baby, if you cannot care for the baby, well, bring the baby at the hospital. Probably they'll get somebody to adopt the baby. You understand? Because I myself am a single mother, and I will not see myself doing my child that. You understand? Because where there is mouth, you must get food. That's how I look at it.
But when I got a picture on my phone, I'm saying, Lord, I feel sorry for this person because it's not her. Something working against her. She's, some evil spirit, because I don't understand how somebody could make a child. It's so difficult. Some people have it so difficult when they're pregnant. And for you to have a bouncing baby boy and you throw this child, it is so sad. I feel sorry for this person and I will pray for this person because it's not that person themselves that do that. Some evil spirit working that caused that. It is not her.
We've experienced and think I've been in that same situation. If the person did not want the child, instead of dropping a child, abandoning a child in a bag, it's best they had just bring the child to a hospital or human services where they could have get assistance for that child. And that's very unlawful, and I would like the government and the people to help the police to get to know who child is there. Don't hide any information, just let us come out and find. That's not nice. As young people of St. Lucia, let us come together. If you don't want the child, the person, please, next time drop the child at the hospital instead, where the child could have been taken care of.
There should be an investigation to see who had a baby, who was pregnant in the area, who was expecting to have a baby, and they find a baby. So they could just ask questions, it could lead them to the child mother, the fetus mother, or it may be.
How do you feel knowing that somebody could carry a child for 9 months and then just...
Well, I feel sad about it. The reason why I feel sad about it, I was born. My mother carried me. She gave birth. I am on earth now. So things like that, I would not support it.
And do you think like that person needs some kind of psychological help?
Yes, I think that person needs to go to some kind of counseling. I don't know whether the person is on substances or such a thing. If the person is on substances, they need to go to a rehab center.
I would not wish for that to happen to me. If a father not maintaining a child, you look for help. You give somebody the child, but you do not take the child and put the child in a dustbin. That is not right. Because I am going through a difficult situation. I'm homeless, and government not even paying me attention. Homeless, not even groceries I get already for my home. That's all I have to say.
Totally traumatized by that video. That shook me off my feet. Coronavirus didn't affect me like that. And I was so thinking about a baby, a helpless, innocent baby in a bag. My God, my heart sunk. And I'm so thankful that the child survived. You understand what I'm saying? The child was so innocent and a cute baby survived. And I'm thank God for the child. The child didn't die. The child did not suffocate. And I rejoice. My heart is merry that the child survived. But in the future, young mothers out there, I know sometimes it's easy to say, you got to give a child to somebody. By the time when you're a young mother, maybe no father, and confused, there's a human services department or the government, or approach an elder. There are people who really would need children to be adopted. You follow me? That somebody will stretch out a hand to take a child in and adopt the baby. So other young mothers out there are people who wishing for babies, and they will take the children in. But I thank God that the child survived and the child didn't suffocate, and I'm looking forward to that child being cared for and by all society willing to embrace that baby and give the full support. But young mothers out there, there is help. There are people who are willing to help and adopt your babies. Please take the courage to come forward to get help.
Just like flowers, babies are very delicate. And while this is an unfortunate situation, we are very glad that the baby is safe and bouncing. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Genevieve Gonzalez.
You're watching the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. Still to come, the reopening plan for the country's economy. Guy Joseph addresses the downgrade of ECA by the FAA, and vendors refuse to dip for assignment of stalls at the newly refurbished market. These stories and more coming up after the break.